Pandagaras are so underrated, says JP3. I 1000% agree with you. And I will always say that. Definitely underrated. I don't care if they become the most popular fish in the hobby. They are still underrated. All right. Welcome, everyone, to the heat wave. You may notice it's a little darker in here. It is currently 91 degrees in this room. So the lights are very low to, make it so it's not 101 degrees in this room. So yeah, it's a little darker in here. You're just going to have to deal with it. It's the way it goes sometimes. And as always, I forgot to do something here real quick. So actually, I should say Zen Ginger forgot to remind me to do this. So it's really her fault. I mean, what do I pay her for? She doesn't even remind me. Got to get that comment pinned. I need something better. For the best live fish, buy here. It's got to be something better than that. All right, we are good to go. We are ready. I did start a minute early for anyone that's counting. Like, just saying. No one ever says when I start early, but everyone chimes in when I'm 2 minutes late. So, my Pandagara once jumped out of his 75-gallon home and landed in my lap. True story. I put the lid back on quick. He just wanted to spend some time with you. He just wanted some quality time. Sound good? Picture good. Tampa Tom. What's up, my friend? Good to see you as always. Johnny at Dance Fish is going to miss the stream tonight. Have a few boxes of fish to unbox tonight. Hopefully it's that rainbow fish order. Right, Johnny? It's a rainbow fish. Lily says, well, hello, everyone. I've been at the beach all day, but now I'm working night shift and can finally catch a stream. Can't get any better. It would be better if you were still at the beach while watching the live stream. So it can get a little bit better. Old Fish Guy says, yes, it's hot here in Stanwood. Also, my friend, you are probably within a stone's throw away from me. Ginger Grumble starting off hot, gifting 5 memberships. We just got done with the members only stream. Very interesting conversation. I would not recommend it, but hopefully others would. Ruben Daly, welcome. Lily, welcome. Kim, 2 more to go. The last 2 always take a while. Bob, is a 55-gallon adequate size for rainbow fish? Yes, I'm new to the species and need all the advice. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. In my opinion, 4 foot or larger is excellent for rainbow fish. The only thing I would not do is put hardscape in the upper water column. So like, branches and things like that. Because rainbow fish are dumb. They will run into them and get in and injure themselves. So be wary of that. Tampa Tom fishing. Man, Tampa Tom. Look at that. All right. I think there's oh no, Tampa Tom, welcome. Oh, I thought you were gifted. No, you just straight up did it yourself. All right, buddy. I want another Pandagara, but it would be rude to Ralphie. Wait. Are you telling me you only have 1 Pandagara? It would be rude not. They are social fish. It's rude not to get him more, EJ. Come on. He needs buddies. Did the other 2 come along yet? I don't think so. Man, I don't know how you can have 1. Hey, Bob, how are you today? I'm doing pretty well. That last conversation got a little interesting. I'm glad to reboot, start fresh. Hopefully we can talk about fish, at least for the first hour. If you have questions, feel free to ask. There is no dumb question here. The only dumb question is the question that's not asked. So we are all here to help. I'm here to help. Mods are here to help. Non-mods are here to help. Everyone is here to help. So if you have a question, don't be afraid to ask. Don't forget to watch the members' content and join the members' live streams while you can. Maybe you want to join the team next month. Is it just me or do rainbow fish look their best in front of a blue background? That's just you. Nobody likes a blue background, buddy. Absolutely no one. I finally know what I'm putting in my 55. A rainbow fish. Rainbow fish. A little. I read you either keep 1 or 6. I disagree. I feel 3 is the minimum. I feel it's either 3 or more or none. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, you can definitely do 1 if you wanted to, but they're communal fish. Like, mine bred in a colony of them, so I mean, clearly they like each other. Not that really means anything, but I don't know. I could never keep just 1. Now I have questions. Tell me, what does Ralphie need to be happy? Well, in a perfect world, he would have moderate to heavy flow, very oxygenated water, and lots of little buddies. Now the first 2, not that important, but they do, I mean, obviously they're shaped the way they are because they come from fast flowing streams. So if you want them to breed, I would definitely recommend that. But yeah, Ralphie needs some buddies. Vinny says rainbow fish, angelfish, and some tetras going in the 55 gallon. Sounds like an excellent mix. Did we ever get the last 2? Am I like losing my mind here? Rocky Miles, hey, what's going on? Added 6 ember tetras with my male placat betta tank. He seems fine with them, but they hide, and I don't think have eaten. Only been 2 days. Normal. I would give it a little more time. They're probably still getting settled in. They're not sure what this betta is gonna do, and ember tetras are pretty small, so they're probably pretty skittish, kind of afraid. Once they figure out that the betta fish is not gonna beat them up, they should be good. Or maybe the betta fish is beating them up when you're not around. I mean, it is a possibility. It's certainly something where the betta fish can be aggressive towards them, sees you walk into the room, is like, hey, I'm going to get food now, and stops because he thinks he's getting food. So, how's your Europlatus doing? They're doing good. They're doing really good. It's, I don't think I'm going to get him to, I almost said spawn. I don't think I'm going to get him to lay any eggs this year. There's just too much commotion in the fish room. They're not really getting settled in. Like, they're settled in, but you know, they're not very, what am I trying to say here? I think next year when we're not doing construction and moving things around, they'll be a lot happier and probably get some eggs out of them next year. Oh, looks like I'm checking out Dan's Fish website. Speaking of actually Dan's Fish website, a huge thank you to everyone who's been using my affiliate link there. Last week, what do we got here last week? 4, 5, 7, almost $800 in sales last week through my link. So pretty happy about that. I'm very happy. I love affiliate links because we both get something out of it. I got 6 panda cories. They're so interesting to watch. You did it just to spite me, didn't you? Like, you're going to breed them. They're going to be great. Adam, you were probably one of the ones. What did you buy? Name one of the fish that you bought, maybe 2, and I'll tell you if it worked. But I don't know what happened last week. Y'all got your government fish checks in the mail or what? But yeah, I had a lot of orders last week, so that's really awesome. Best way to get a pair of Apistos conditioned to spawn. Well, so there's a few factors with Apistos. One thing is you definitely need to get the female nice and plump and fat, right? Lots of protein. Get her filled up. Get her nice and rotund. And the other thing is water quality, so really clean water. And if you have both of those things dialed in and they're still not spawning, then you want to check pH. I don't know what kind of Apistos you have, but some Apistos will only spawn in lower pH. So give that a check as well. I started 3 Panagars, added 4 more. They're always on the move. Yeah, they're super active. Like, I'm not gonna say they're as active as rainbow fish, but they're definitely like for like a bottom feeder pleco type of fish. They're pretty active. Halfbeak and Pseudomagil luminatus. You're on here, buddy. Platinum Wrestling, Pseudomagil, CPDs. Yeah, it worked, man. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Adam using the affiliate link. I always like when I know, because I don't know. Like, I get like the notification that somebody used my affiliate link, but I never know who it is. And the randomness always bugs me. I want to know who. Like, who did this one? Like a couple months ago, when someone bought like $1 billion worth of spotted Congo puffers, I was like, who is this? I want to know who this is. The last one's taking forever. Oh, did we get the 4th one? Did I miss it? Cheryl was gifted a membership by Ginger Grumble. There you go. It was after all the talk last week. I had to get some. They look happy at the moment. I've never kept Panagars before, but they look pretty cool. They are really cool. They would go well in your tank with rainbows and angelfish. You don't have any in tetras. You don't have any bottom dwellers in there, so they are kind of considered bottom dwellers, even though they'll be all over the tank. They're super active. Reddy says, I just moved to California. It gets in the hundreds here where I'm at. Would goldfish or koi be okay if I start an outdoor pond? Well, it's going to depend on the size of your pond and if you can keep the temperature down. Anything that's definitely too hot. If your water gets into the 90s, that's going to be way too hot. You're going to kill them. So as long as you can keep the water temperature down. Like if you're just doing like 100-gallon or even like a 300-gallon, it's going to roast that water within days. So that's not going to work. You need something bigger than that. Or something that's shaded, something with, good airflow. They're going in my outdoor tubs to be added to ones I already have. Nice. Like Pseudomagil's outdoors, I'm super jealous. Moonstone, hey, what's going on? Do you ever take a vine of pothos and hang it in the tank for angels? I don't keep angels. I'm not an angelfish fan myself. I do love like a really good quality koi angelfish with lots of that orange red color in there. But generally, I don't really mess with angels. Like, kind of is if like angels spawn, they're so hard to get rid of. Like everyone and their brother spawns angels around this area, so yeah, I don't really get into angels. But I do appreciate them. They're a cool looking fish for sure. Maybe call another one Stinky Steenfott. How do you know I stink? That's pretty personal. Not everyone knows that. Thanks for telling everyone. Jeez. Scruffy City Aquatics gifted a membership by Ginger Grumble. There we go. Reptile feeders arriving momentarily, so be right back if I miss your answer. I just got my feeders last week myself. That's what you were worried about. Thank you so much. Yeah. Goldfish, like, they can go into like the mid 80s for a little bit, but an extended period of time, you're really going to shorten their life. Oh, here you go. Adam says he lives in Sacramento. A 100-gallon pond tub is in the shade, stays around 80, even when it's 100 degrees outside. Well, there you go. Just keep it in the shade. Okay, that's cool. You're welcome, Scruffy City. What's all the noise? I have no idea. I'm not there. I put pothos in my angel tank and they spawn on the leaves. Check out my channel. There you go. What else we got going on? I miss having just one angel. Significantly more personable. I have some number over. Wait. I have some number over 6 now, and it's really underwhelming. Wait, I have some number. Oh, you have more than 6. Well, all right. Hey, Thunder Aquatics. Speaking of Episto breeders, how you doing? Wait, I missed a question somewhere. Now I don't see it. Oh, it's McMaster. Here we go. McMasteri, Epistogramma. So should I do some Rapashi spawn and grow? Oh yeah. If you have Rapashi spawn and grow, absolutely. When I bred my McMasteri, I was really into Rapashi at the time, and yeah, they spawn like clockwork, like every month and a half. Sorry I didn't reply as I fell asleep, Danikin. All right. Regina says, Reggie, I keep koi and shabunkins. I'm in Santa Maria, California. They do great. I keep their pond shaded. So it sounds like as long as you keep your pond shaded, you'll be fine in California. What's a fish I loved having but will never get again? I don't think there is one. I would, well, probably goldfish, honestly. I don't know that I'll ever have goldfish again, and I did really enjoy my goldfish. Trying to think if there's anything else possible. Yeah, probably goldfish. I don't see myself ever getting goldfish again, even though I did really enjoy it. Like I went goldfish crazy for like a good year. Yeah. Carlos says, I live in Central California, 1,500 gallon, 3 foot deep, and shaded only gets to 82 in the summer and 48 in the winter. There you go. What's your favorite of the plants behind you? Probably the Mycans. This one right here. I'm in the process of building a patio pond. Super excited. They're super fun. Most overrated fish, probably goldfish. Seriously though, like the common pleco. Like I don't understand why anyone buys a common pleco. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. I'll never own one. Bob, I'm trying to let everyone talk about fish, but I noticed the Bigfoot on the thumbnail. I put that in there specifically because of last week. That's so funny. Do you check out Expedition Bigfoot? No, I haven't had a chance yet. It's on my list, but I haven't had a chance yet. That was you 2 weeks ago. All right. Corey's goldfish U7 were fun to watch. He must have spent a lot on them. I mean, he spends a lot on any fish that goes in the 800 gallon. Let's be real. But they're so derpy. Goldfish are fun to watch just because they're derpy. And fancy goldfish. Like comet goldfish, whatever. They don't really do it for me. Reggie says, thanks everyone. I'll make sure to keep it shaded if I ever do it. There you go. That's true. If the angels love spawning on pothos, it makes it a lot easier to pull the eggs out. Leo29 Aquatics is patiently waiting for L134 and L471 to spawn. That's pretty exciting. I do love me some L134s, although to be honest, I don't know that I'm familiar with the L471. Let me look it up. I probably know it. I just not offhand. Oh yeah, the snowball. The mini snowball pleco. This is why I tell people to get Hypensistrus. Max size 2.5 inches. Like lots of plecos you can buy that are not common pleco, people. Stop buying common plecos. Shaboinkins get pretty darn big very fast. Shaboinkins. Hi, Xanadudu. Are you fostering any pups right now? No pups right now. I live in Louisiana, says Vanny, so if I get tropical fish for a pond, kept them in shade during the summer, they would probably do well. There are mosquito fish in my ditch. Well, I mean, those things can live in just about anything. They'd live in oil. I catch them and sometimes breed them. Yeah, I mean, I think people make it a lot more difficult than it has to be. Like, keeping fish outside is very easy. You just have to watch the temperatures. Check your block list again. Lisa sent you a super chat and it charged her, but it isn't going through. Wow. Sucks to be Lisa. All right. I'm clearly going to have to get rid of all my moderators because someone is banning people. So let's see. Quick timeout here. Talk amongst yourselves. Let's see. Is she, and she's a moderator. Like, she shouldn't even be able to be banned. If she's on the roots. Okay, well, which account is she banned from? Because the roots one is not banned. Lisa, you're gonna have to message me what account you're talking from that's banned. And now I'm gonna have to spend hours going through my whole list here. Bad mods, not bad mods. Don't throw them all under the bus here. Gosh, common plecos get huge. I've heard people say theirs get 24 inches plus, and people like buy these things for like 10-gallon tanks. It's the worst. My bettas are fine in hard water. My ex is an idiot and thinks betta and a 9-inch pleco and a 20-gallon with tall. High flow for a betta? Nice. Yeah, it sounds like an X is an X for a reason. Maybe it's just super chats. Maybe your car got declined. Well, now I don't have to get rid of all my mods. Alright, so that's good news. You're still here. Hey, I can look to see if it showed up on my super chat list, can't I? Maybe I have to wait till after the stream. Let's see. How would I look at this? I'm not banned in chat, only super chats. That's weird. That's like not even a thing. Okay, now that I got a super chat, let me look. What did that super chat say? Please hit the like. Please hit the like. I've got no super chats from you, Lisa. And happy birthday. Thanks for trying to super chat me on your birthday. I appreciate it. And yeah. That's it. Mods cannot ban mods. We can't even delete their comments. Only the host. X has been an X for a long time. He said he thought 12 goldfish in a bowl was okay. I served him papers the next day. I mean, if someone is that stupid, makes sense. Makes sense. If I was with somebody and they said something equally as stupid, I would question my decisions and my choices as well. Jeez. There's a bad mod among us. Anyone get the reference? I don't. You're trying to say happy birthday to me? It's actually pretty close. Well, not really, but a little bit. Lisa, I've been using that card for lots of YouTube purchases. Maybe you're going to get a call from a fraud department. I super chatted once so much that they cut off my card. I've had that happen. Bob says, I'm a mod for a football YouTuber, and I remember one mod figure out how to time out another mod, but I forgot how he did it. I'm skeptical. Maybe like back in the day when it first started. Get out while you still can? What? Among Us? I don't know what that is. I have no idea. Maybe it's what you said. I mean, if you're swearing in a super chat, I don't know if you can swear in a super chat. I don't know if that works. The only banned words on my list are curse words. Because nobody wants to be cursed, right? Words of curse. And Ginger Grumble, thank you for the $5 super chat. Says, please hit the like. I agree. Hit the like button. My dad said I could keep a rainbow shark in a 5-gallon. I will never take advice from him again. That's probably good. Well, maybe he has some good life advice to listen to. I don't know. Probably not the best to listen to for fish advice, though. Well, those turds charged me. Good thing it wasn't $500. I don't know. I'm pretty skeptical, Lisa. I'm pretty skeptical. Although, you know, it is YouTube, and they've done some pretty stupid stuff before. Sea Shanty Fund. Sea Shanty. Favorite all-time fish, JP3. One single favorite all-time fish I probably don't have. Obviously, my favorite type of fish are rainbow fish. To replace Lisa's super chat, this message is worth $10. There you go. There it is. I just said happy birthday, Bob. Well, I don't have a happy birthday band, but I feel like I should, knowing now that you're going to troll me. My dad was weirdly aggressive calling dechlorinator ick. Lisa sent me the super chat receipt. Why would you just not message me? Like, everyone's going to Ginger. Like, why? What? Or did you message me and I just ignored you? That's a possibility. No, you didn't. Although, to be fair, Ginger is probably going to answer you, and I'll take a couple days. So, yeah. Well, at least we don't have some crazy mod out there pulling some shenanigans. It's happened before. I've had to delete my entire mod list before. I don't want to do that again. Even though some of these mods don't even come around anymore. My sister had a betta in a bowl she never cleaned, and then a year later I had to plant a 10-gallon betta tank, and she realized why it died. I mean, hey, at least she learned, right? The thing that gets me is, like, the people that say, oh, goldfish can go in 80-degree water. I had one for 5 years, and he was just fine. And I'm like, well, they lived to be like 20, so I wouldn't say he lived just fine. If your goldfish only lives 5 years, probably not just fine. That's what kills me. Or I had my betta fish in a bowl, and he was fine. He lived like 2 years. Well, they live a little bit longer than that, so he wasn't just fine. I love when people say that. You turned off notifications. I was lurking in the member stream. Oh, that's true. Oh, you were one of the lurkers. Roots and Whiskers. It's about time you did something with your channel. Just saying. Sounds like Bob's mods abandoned him. Yeah, they do. They do. But life happens, like, right? It's nothing personal. Like, I bet you, I would bet, Yeah, Lisa, that is not showing up in my viewer activity at all. But anyways, I would bet you that I can message any one of these people right now, and they would answer me. They'd be like, "Hey, what's going on?" Maybe not. Probably not. Let's see. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like they probably would. Anyways, coming back. Lisa says, I'm going to do a permanent mini pond and just move the pond to the garage for the winter. During the summer, I normally do water changes, but how often would you do them if it's set up all year? Honestly, you would have to obviously monitor your water parameters to know that. Here in Washington, I never have to do water changes. Like, it rains so much, I'm never worried about it. And if we get like a couple weeks of sun, then I'll just top it off, whatever is evaporated. But I never have to worry about it here. Yeah, if you're somewhere where it never rains, you may have to do water changes, but it also depends on how large the pond is. I mean, if we're talking like thousands of gallons, never. Vanny says, I hate when people say you can keep bettas or goldfish in a bowl. I know. I was at my local Petco one time and they had a betta fish at a bowl at the cash register, and I'm like, no, that's not happening. I think when Bob went and cleared house and got rid of mods. No, this was years ago. Jeffrey Bolin says, my first member stream. Thank you, Ginger Grumble. Bob knocked it out of the park. It was an interesting stream. It got a little weird at the end there, but it normally does, just like this stream. Jay says, hello, my friend, watching from the Philippines. That is amazing. I hope to visit there someday. It is on my list. Someday. Everything is someday. Hopefully. I don't know. Maybe. I keep betta in a bowl. It's a high-end, luxurious, oversized, heated bowl. I mean, yeah, sure. Technically, you can keep them in bowls. Yeah. But I think we all know he's talking about like the little 1-gallon bowls and no heater, no filter, just nothing. And then you get the people to say like, well, that's how they keep them. That's how the breeders keep them. It's just fine. I'm like, I don't know. Like, we keep people in jail cells for 30 years, and sure, they're fine. But are they really living? Probably not. When our member streams, they are an hour before this stream. But if you're a member now, you'll get notified. You should get a notification every time a member stream goes live. But I think I remember that. Like, I was confusing the time with LRB made anyone who asked a mod. That was crazy times. Like, I was like, buddy, that is a terrible idea, and people still do it. Who was the last? I can't remember the last person I saw, but if you commented during his live stream, he was like modding you, and I'm like, that's a terrible idea. That's gonna come back and bite you. Someone wants to buy one of my Aquascape 5-gallon tanks. Do you think it's possible to do? Lives in another city. I think it's possible as long as you don't have to ship it. If you have to ship it, no go. What happens when you ship it and they break it? Who's gonna pay for it? You are. But if someone's in another town and they're willing to drive however long it takes, yeah, why not? All you would do is empty out the water, put saran wrap over it, like spray it down, keep it moist, put saran wrap over it, and it's good to go. Bob, I disagree. I love nano tanks, but goldfish in a nano tank, no thanks. Well, I mean, I consider like a 10-gallon a nano tank. I mean, a 10-gallon is pretty small. I wouldn't keep a betta fish in a 1-gallon. That's like I would never keep a fish tank under 10 gallons. I just don't enjoy it myself. Like, it's not fun. Sure, it's fun to scape like 5-gallon tanks, but it's not fun for me to look at fish in a 5-gallon tank. It looks, especially if you're scaping it. So you have a 5-gallon tank, half of it is hardscape, so you got what, 2 maybe 3 gallons of water in it, and I don't care what fish you put in there. It's just not enjoyable for me to look at. So it's just not for me. Like, I mean, everyone has their taste, right? JDM says, what would you think of 3 honey gouramis? I love honey gouramis are my favorite. 8 harlequin rasboras and 5 culiloches and a heavily planted 20 high. I think you're doing just fine. Just fine. Danikin considers a 20-gallon a nano tank. If you've ever been to his house, you would know why. Have I ever kept checkerboard cichlids? M&C Aquatics, no. I've been close a few times. There used to be a breeder here really close to me, and I was tempted a couple times, but no, just hasn't happened yet. I do like them. Eventually, someday, I'm sure I will keep them, but not yet. Not yet. BJ Palmer says, today's member stream is definitely one to remember. Makes us laugh, gets the chit-chat started, and encourages friendships. Works out the AV bugs too. I mean, that's a lot of it. Like, yeah, it's kind of like testing 1 2 3. My sister got me a Biorb tank as a gift. It's the thought right, 4 gallons, and I don't think a heater would even work. So shrimp. I like the larger Biorbs. If I ever kept something that small, I would only do shrimp. I don't care if you had like the smallest of the smallest nano fish. I would still only do shrimp. That person would be doing that person would be doing me a solid by taking that 5 gallon. Yeah, like I said, as long as you don't have to ship it, it'll be just fine. I thought 10 and under were nano. Everyone's got a different frame of reference. Yeah, I mean, like everything in this hobby, right? Nothing's really concrete in this hobby. Zane, what's up, buddy? My little cube with the beta sorority is fun, easy. I ignored it except for top-offs, and it seems happy that way. Lots of plants. Oh, here we go. Zane, I got one of Dan's fish, amazing puffers, coming overnight tomorrow. I'm so excited. That's amazing. I mean, puffers are awesome, so I would be excited too. I want a 5 gallon for a shrimp tank on my work desk. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the only way I would do it. Like a 5 gallon. I don't know. I would find a way to make room for a 10 gallon on a. I don't know what kind of desk I would have, but of all my desk jobs I've had, I think I could easily fit a 10 gallon. Now there might be some explaining to do. You know, you might have to answer some questions from the boss man upstairs, but I think in every desk job I've had plenty of room for a 10 gallon tank. Vanny says to me, a 15 gallon or less is a nano tank. What about honey gourami and kuliloches and a high pH of about 8? There is similar pH in the store. JDM, I think you'll do just fine. I think most fish will do just fine in like the 6.5 to 8 pH range. I feel like 99% of the fish available are going to do just fine. Just put co-op root tabs in, and now my platies are trying to dig them up. Ever see that before? They're probably going after like little food particles that were kind of like stirred up in your substrate. That would be my guess. 'Cause there's definitely nothing a fish are interested in as far as eating in those root tabs. Chances are there's probably some like food particles left over in the substrate. Have I tried Dr. Baslier Biofish Food? I've never even heard of it, so I'm going to say no. I'm wondering if I should choose it over Ken's Tropical Green Granules. It contains less carbohydrates according to the analysis. I haven't used Ken's food in such a long time. I really can't comment on either. Like 5 years ago, I used to buy some stuff from Ken, but it's like literally been for like 5 years. BJ Palmer says I'm going to use a 2 long, probably a 20 long, I'm guessing, as a nano tank, shrimp and tiny fish. 20 long is such a fun size. You get a 20 long, get yourself a pair of Apistos and some nano fish, and you're good to go. Some shrimp in there. Yeah, really fun tank. Sage, hello. Welcome. JDM already answered that one. I'm assuming you're just copying and pasting there. Do I have a favorite sump or build it? The sumps I've gotten, I've gotten for free. I would never spend hundreds, like, to buy a brand new acrylic sump. They're like, I think the smallest one starts at like 180, and then they go up to like into the hundreds, when you could just buy like a 20-gallon tall for like 25 bucks at Petco, and just make your own. That's what I would do. I'm gonna brag, my 5-gallon Escape, Bob. That's a weird flex, but hey, man, I'll take it. Feel free to brag, man. Feel free to brag. I would never own a Dovine, but they seem awesome, Mark. I would never own one either, but they seem interesting. But you're definitely more aggressive than checkerboard cichlids, for sure. Casper Sky says, here, lurking, hope you have a great night. What do you think about combining egg layers, pencilfish, any killies, rasboras, etc., or libears, guppies, lemia? I've done it many times, combined libears with egg layers. Wait, what do you think about combining egg layers or libears, or both? I'm just gonna assume you're talking about mixing egg layers with libears and say not a problem. Easy peasy. Aiden coming in says, I've used that food. I'm not super impressed. Yes, the ingredients are good, but it's also a dry food at the end of the day. And the new in food. Wait, it's the new in food. Like Northfin was years ago. Leo29 Aquatics says, Dr. Bastlier is amazing food. There always seems to be like that food that's like really popular for like 3 to 6 months, and then it's something else, and it just something else. If you want something a bit different, try pencilfish and aspidoras. That's a very good combination. I highly recommend. It's time for me to get some fish food. I have mostly Tetra and Pearl Danio, a couple of Bosemani rainbows. Do you have a favorite food? I do, and I used to have it on my desk, but then I needed it, so I don't. My absolute favorite food for rainbow fish is the Nano food that Extreme makes. I think I used to keep it on my desk just because I would talk about it so often, but I actually had to use it to feed fish. Let's look, see if I can find it. Extreme Nano pellets. Yeah, this sucker right here. This is my all-time favorite fish food right now, and it has been since it came out. So, love this stuff. I love this stuff because my fish love it, but I specifically love it because it's over 50% protein. So, it's hard to find that in fish food. You can get like high 40s pretty easily. I mean, 40s is pretty standard. But to get above 50, that's pretty good. And it's really good for rainbow fish. So, that's what I like. Love platies, but they are too horny all the time. They're constantly chasing the females. I mean, if we're talking live bears, platies, guppies, endlers, they're all pretty horny. But it is springtime, so love is in the air. Constantly chasing people's points, just annoying and stressing them out. Yeah, so the deal is you got to get enough to spread it out. But then here's the funny thing. When you get enough platies to spread out that male horniness, you just end up with even more platies, which is the problem that you get with in the first place. It's just compounding the problem. Wow, Ginger Grumble gifting 10 memberships. That's crazy. Thank you so much. Hey, fish family, hope everyone is doing well and staying healthy. Jay Oliver's Guppies and Aquatics, right back at you, my friend. Best smaller size rainbow. Best smaller size actual rainbow would be the Melanotania pygmaeus. If we're not a rainbow snob, then the best is going to be like Pseudomagil. Like Pseudomagil luminatus is one of my favorite. Zen only hit the like button at the end when Bob earns it. Yeah, like I have to wish her happy birthday, otherwise she won't like the stream. That's the rule. Omega-1 is surprisingly low in protein and high in carbs too. Interesting. I haven't used Omega-1 in many years. It used to be one of my favorites because salmon was the #1 ingredient. I don't know if it still is, but yeah, I haven't even looked at Omega-1 stuff in years. It's been so long. Xanadu says extreme bottom wafers are great too. Yep. I happen to be out of those right now. I'm kind of bummed. So are my plecos. No joke. Getting ready to move my Sunset Variatus Platies colonies from a 29 to a 60. Yeah, I put my Hawaiian Variatus Platies out in a pond a couple weeks ago. SJ Fishing Adventure says thanks for the membership, Ginger. Yep. Vanny. Yep. Boy, I hope you're keeping track of what number we're at here. Carrie Phillips, welcome. 1, 2, 3. So we're at 3 so far. 3 out of 10. Of all the fancy foods, my rainbows like Tetra Pro Crisp better. See, I've had rainbows choke on them, so I went away from those a while ago. Rainbow fish, in my opinion, are too stupid for the Pro Crisp, and I don't really like crispy fish food for rainbows either. That's one of the things I like about the Extreme Nano pellets is, one, I know they're not going to choke on it, but two, they're also soft, so they're not going to expand as much. So with the dry foods, after they eat them, obviously they're going to absorb water and they expand, which if they really chunk out on them, it can cause some issues. I've never used Blue Cat 42. I've never used Northfin food in my life, so I can't comment one way or the other. Regina Phalanges speaking some truths here, says Orange Flash Apistos or Epistogram Cockatoides Orange Flash are so easy and fun. One of my favorites. EJ says love the Illuminati. All right, thank you for that. Tampa Tom Fishing says I'm raising about 50 rainbow fry on Extreme Nano in a pepper grinder. Feed BBS the first 4 months before Nano. There you go. I don't know. I just love that food. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't get any kickback from anyone for saying that. I just say it because it's true. Aiden says Omega-1 catfish pellets are king. They're king, not gonna lie. BJ Palmer says happy birthday, Lisa. Absolutely, happy birthday. I'll probably give my rainbow fish Tetra extra large tropical granules. Just be careful, Vanny. They choke very easily. Rainbow fish have really small throats, so you got to be careful. What kind of filter do I use for my outdoor pond? Some of them have sponge filters, and that's it. Nothing else. I don't use floating plants because the first year I did outdoor tubs, I did floating plants, and I absolutely hate it. Like, they get out of control outside. You end up throwing away so much, and then you can't even see your fish. So yeah, I use a couple of my ponds have sponge filters, and then a couple of them I just have like the solar fountains just for water aeration, and that's it. Like I don't worry about filtration outside at all. And something could be said about filtration in your aquarium as well, and is how necessary is it, or is it even actually necessary? Because I have tanks that don't have any filtration at all that have been running since I moved like 10 months ago, just fine. Outside of like sponge filtration, I mean, so like I'm a huge proponent of like air stones, and and my way of thinking is if I'm going to use an air stone, just use a sponge filter. Just put one on you. Renee and Dave, welcome to the Dream Team gifted membership there. I don't know what number we're at. Are those number 4 and 5? Gotta make sure, apparently, because YouTube is pulling some shenanigans tonight. I wish I could have a pond, but it hits -30. Yeah, I have to pull my fish out as well, but my strategy is I'm getting all my fish outside while I redo my fish room. It'll definitely be done by fall, and then I'll empty all my tubs and move the fish back inside. And hopefully we'll have more if they, breed out there. Mark says 2.5 weeks good for quarantine. Absolutely, in my opinion. Well, sometimes I'll quarantine for longer, but usually when I was selling fish, I quarantined for 4 weeks. When I buy my own fish, depending on where I get them from, depends on how long I quarantine. Also, depending on what they look like when they come in the mail, will depend on how long I quarantine as well. Zen Ginger says, I think extreme, bug bites, and rapashi are my favorite foods, and no offense to those that swear by it, but Tetra is the worst in my opinion. Raises my nitrates and dyes my water. I think Tetra and Hikari, they're like, I think they're like the McDonald's of the fish food, right? Like, the fish love them, but not really the healthiest, best food for your fish. They'll survive off it. You know, like humans, they'll make babies off of it. But, at what cost? I have salvinia in 2 of my tanks, and it takes over so quickly. Also makes in-tank maintenance a pain. Yes, and it just takes, like, nutrients. It takes light away. It takes light and nutrients away from your other plants. This is what I hate about duckweed. Like, I hate duckweed so much. And it's in my 125, and, like, my dwarf chainsword looks terrible because it's blocking all the light, and I can remove as much as that I can, but removing it is such a pain because I have guppies, I have endlers, I have shrimp. The shrimp love to hang upside down on the guppy grass, so it's like gotta be really careful when I'm scooping it out. It takes forever. It's the worst. I hate it so much. I hate it. Back in Canada, my roommate's backyard pond froze over in the winter, and when spring thawed the pond, the goldfish were still alive. Yeah, one of my tubs does have 2 goldfish that made it through the winter. Back when I was buying feeders for the turtle. Why does a co-op sell so much of Hikari if it's low quality? I thought Corey would be pickier about that. Well, we all have different opinions. Some people love Hikari. Corey likes Hikari food. I don't. That's just my opinion. Like, that's not fact. That's just my opinion. Like, I think it's fact, but again, it's just my opinion. I mean, there's people that like swear by Hikari, but not me. I don't. I think with the resources Hikari has, I think they can build better quality food. EJ, some people I know have kept goldfish and koi through the winter, but you need proper pond and watch out for predators. I use Tetra, Ultra Fresh, Top Fin, and Aquarium fish foods. I feel like those are like the entry level foods, right? Like those are like, I'm walking into Petco, I'm walking into PetSmart. That's what's available. You'll definitely, the longer you're in the hobby, you'll definitely find out there's way better foods, though, in my opinion. Dry foods. It's all McDonald's. Not necessarily. Some of it's worse. Some of it's like Taco Bell quality, which, whew, that's real bad. But sometimes you get some Wendy's chicken nuggets in there, which are far superior to McDonald's. So, just saying. I will buy Tetra, but I like the bug bites better. I mean, the other thing is, like, as far as, like, you need a budget food. If you're going to be a retailer, you need a budget food. Not everyone is going to shell out the price for top-end expensive food. That's just not the reality of it. So, yeah, you need your Hikari foods. You need your Tetra foods, your Aquarium, and so forth. And, I mean, it gets the job done, right? But, yeah, like, I don't feed my dogs like the cheapest kibble out there. I don't feed them kibble at all because it's terrible, but I make sacrifices to afford them real food. No, McDonald's have the best nuggets. I would, if I were you, go onto YouTube and look at the guy that looks at chicken nuggets under a microscope. And I would bet you will probably never eat chicken nuggets again. The McDonald's chicken nuggets have by far and away the most contaminants of any chicken nuggets, whereas Wendy's had the least amount. I could never eat McDonald's chicken nuggets again after seeing that video. It is downright disgusting. But to be fair, you could say that about most of our food. What do you feed your dogs? I could show you, but they would get pretty excited. I feed them raw food. I feed them ground beef, beef heart, beef liver, organ meat, basically. I feed my dogs Rachel Ray, and they love it. I've heard good things about that. In the end, kibble is kibble, though, and that's the problem. I got enough scuds, blackworm cultures, Daphnia, and vinegar eel snails, and infusoria to last for weeks. Vanny wants to know, like, what fish food I would recommend. I would really look into Extreme. It's not that much more, but I feel like the quality of ingredients are better. But also, start looking, if you want to get serious, Vanny, about fish keeping, which you're in a YouTube live stream about aquariums, so I would assume, you know, you're pretty into it. I would really look into live foods, which are really always going to be the best in my opinion. McDonald's anything makes me ill. Not sure why it makes me like I can't really do hardly any fast food. Like in a pinch, some of it, but just the smell of fast food is disgusting. Your dog's breath must stink. It doesn't stink at all. Why would you think that? Like, your dog's breath stink because you're feeding it kibble. Like, feed it meat. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Another person using Dr. Baslier seems really good. Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, the truth is with fish food, like, do you even notice? No. I don't know. It's just about peace of mind, I guess. You know, but a lot of people get sick fish and they can't figure out why. Another thing a lot of people do is feed stale fish food. I can't tell you how many times I've seen like videos on YouTube of people showing off their tanks, and you see the canister of fish food with the lid off. Like that's really bad to feed your fish stale food. Fish food goes stale. Dog food goes stale. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to the shelter and I've just seen bags of food sitting around like left open, and I'm like, man, like what are you doing? Who wants to eat stale? Like what dog wants to, like obviously they're gonna eat it, but no animal wants to eat stale food. Max says I haven't had fast food in probably a decade. Is Repashy worth the hassle? I think so. Yeah, I think Repashy is really good food. I want to own a fish and plant store, and I want to sell obviously some reasonable foods, but I want to specialize in more healthy foods for the fish. Yeah, I mean, go live. Do live food. Moonstone says Akana, Taste of the Wild, Candidate, or decent dry dog foods. I've used them all. Nothing compares to real food, though. There's definitely like better quality kibble, but nothing like if you go from kibble to raw real food, you will be amazed at the difference. It blows my mind every time. Brian S. Yeah, what's going on, man? Says haven't been around for a while. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. I always wonder, like, when people who I used to see a lot stop showing up. But, yeah. It's pretty awesome. I like when people stop by and say hi. Okay. I buy one size up on Extreme Foods. Half Half fill my small container. It goes in the fridge, and the bigger container goes in the freezer. How long do you think it lasts? Man, I honestly would have no idea, but I can tell you it's going to last a lot longer in the fridge. Freezer can go back and forth. Freezing food could actually remove a lot of the nutrients. So I actually haven't researched like if fish food, like freezing fish food, sure it'll extend the life, but how much nutrients do you lose? I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it. Can't wait to get a Bengal and feed it raw. The biggest difference, honestly, you'll notice there'll be two. One will be the poop. Their poops will get way, way smaller. I'm talking like 75% smaller. There's so much waste in kibble. Your dogs end up pooping. Like, do you ever like feed your dog a cup of kibble, but it poops out like 2 cups of poop? That's because, well, one, your kibble is expanding, right? It's dry. They eat it. It expands. So that's why they always poop out more than they eat. Not the case with raw food. Like, it's insane how much less they poop. And the other thing is how much less water, right? Because kibble starves or dehydrates your dogs, like really bad. So they drink way less water. My dogs eat fresh pet and kibble. I'm sure it's not great, but I've got one who's really old and she doesn't like trying new things. Yeah, it's really hard to get old dogs off of kibble onto raw. Like, it's really hard. They're gonna have the runs for a very long time. New Local Austin was gifted a membership. Wow, it still hasn't done 10 of them. A coworker came and bothered me about some work stuff. How did she dare bother me during a Steen stream? I agree, that is really rude. Like, I think you should fire him. Do I do any dry food for the pups? I do dry food when I have to have a dog sitter, because I don't. It's a process to do raw food. Like when I make myself food, I also make my dogs food. So if I make a steak, I make 4 steaks. So I make a steak, and each one of my dog gets a steak. So it's not always raw, but it is real, like actual meat. The other thing you have to do, I don't know why I'm getting so into this, but I'm pretty passionate about raw food with dogs and cats as well. You really have to pay attention to your dog when you're switching them to raw or feeding raw. Your dog will tell you everything you need to know. If they're puking, if they're farting, like they shouldn't have bad gas on raw food. They shouldn't have stinky breath. They shouldn't have the runs. So you really have to like pay attention. And you have to fine tune it. There's lots of things you have to pay attention to. So it requires lots of research. So I would not just willy-nilly switch them. Definitely do your research. Ginger Graves gifted 5 Steenfott Aquatics memberships and then says, "Oh my God, what the F?" What the F? Ginger Graves. Oh wait, these are 2 different Gingers. Never mind. Ginger Graves gifted 5 Steenfott Aquatics memberships. Thank you, Ginger. Zen Ginger says, "OMG WTF." All right. And then Ginger Grumble says, "Your 5 were given out before my 10 were finished." Yikes. How does the membership gifting thing work on YouTube? More familiar with Twitch? It's exactly like Twitch, Blue Cat. Your gifting memberships is the same as gifting subs. It's exactly the same. I give my dog slices of meat and fondue pot. Fondue. I always like that word. It's kind of weird. Stickers unlocked. I do say a lot. I need better stickers, though, to be honest. 3 gingers, and I know. I got a case of gingivitis, I'm telling you. And thank you very much, Ginger Graves. I really appreciate it. What root tabs for a Tiger Lotus and Amazon Sword would you recommend that I might be able to find on my LFS? I have no idea. I don't know what your LFS sells. Chances are they probably only sell like one brand. So you're probably stuck with whatever they sell. It's probably like C-Chem or C-cam or whatever. Your Tiger Lotus, honestly, does it need a root tab? Probably not. Amazon Sword, definitely. I mean, your Tiger Lotus will appreciate it, but does it need it? It's gonna send runners to the surface so fast, and then your plant is like right next to the light. It's gonna get super high light. Ooh, excuse me. I think I need a drink. You like the gingivitis? Just admit it already. Yeah, what can I say? I got a case of gingivitis. I didn't say it was bad. My dog's green. My dog's tripe, raw organ, and chicken. That one brand is probably API or C-cam. Yeah. Mountaintop Fish, welcome to the stream. Matthew Vargas says, my aunt's pit does raw food only, but he had too big of a bone in one of the meats and to get very expensive surgery to get it removed. Yeah. To be fair, though, that could have happened with just someone on kibble that gives their dogs bones from the pet store. If a pit bull's... I wouldn't put it past a pit bull to swallow those things whole. I mean, my aunt and uncle's dog ate a garbage bag and had like $4,000 surgery to get it removed. So, like, dogs be stupid no matter what the diet is. So, where's the button or tab to accept gifts? Can't find it anywhere unless I'm not looking hard enough. I don't know. I didn't even know that was a thing, to be honest. Scruffy City Aquatics says you have to turn on the ability to accept the gifts by selecting the gifts. I don't know. Bob, not the place, but I talked on the phone with Ian Billinghurst, who wrote the Raw Food Launchpad book, Give Your Dog a Bone, in the 90s. Share around, what he said versus the current research. Just share around what he said versus... So you're telling me I should look at or read his book? Is that what you're saying? By Latin terms, would gingivitis be swelling of your gingers? I would say there is a swell of gingers in this live stream. I'm lucky my LFS has frozen foods, live brine shrimp, and many different companies' products. I'm actually amazed to hear that an LFS actually has live brine shrimp. That is pretty rare. Bob, I was going to get some Inca apistos, but people have said they are some of the biggest and most aggressive apistos. Do you agree with this, and would you suggest different? I don't agree with that at all. In my experience, I have not seen an apisto species that's more aggressive than the other. Yeah. I mean, they all get aggressive when they breed. Are Incas bigger? No. I mean, I've seen an Apistogramma cockatoides that's pushing like 3.5 inches. It was huge. Apistos live a long time, and they almost never stop growing. So if you keep an apisto long enough, it'll get really big. It was a $7,000 surgery. I would have been extremely upset. Yeah, my Husky Shepherd was $6,300. Not for something that she ate, but yeah. The surgeries, man, are getting out of control. Prices. You remember, like, back in the 90s, like, a 40-pound bag of dog food was like $9. Taking your dog to the vet was like $8. Not anymore. Blue Cat, you must be on a computer, not mobile. Wait, so where do I go to? I want to accept it. Like, I want to accept membership or gifts. How do I do it? Where is this setting at? I feel like it should be in chat. There should be I don't know. Regina Phalanges with the $25 super chat says I can't gift memberships from my phone, so here, take my money, and I take your beef jerky. Thank you so much, Regina. I appreciate you. Hey, Brian S. Shows up once a year, and he, look at that, gets gifted a membership. Chris Swanson as well. Bob, that was the book that started the raw food movement. Don't do pork neck bones. Don't give Dane pups turkey necks. They fit in the esophagus just right. Yeah, I'm very careful with bones. Bones are the one things that kind of make me a little paranoid. So I don't know what kind I got now. I haven't done turkey necks yet though. Woot 8 out of 10. Woot 8 out of 10. You gingers or something else, I'm telling you. Starting to understand that look on my wife's face after I tell a dad joke. Hey, I love a good... Some people, like, hate dad jokes. Like, how miserable do you have to be to hate a dad joke? Come on. They're funny. Have a sense of humor. Aiden says, trying to set up 2 tanks, upgrade my air system. I got some nice plants and wanting to breed a fish that doesn't exist locally all at the same time. Expensive. Well, all hobbies are expensive. UPS are living the dream. Stopping in says, what's up, Bob? Mods, Dream Team, Chatters, and Lurkers. Whew. Chat is active tonight. I like it. You must make yourself eligible on each channel that has them available per YouTube. They cannot force memberships upon you. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Are you going to tell us how to accept, how to make yourself eligible? Like, where do I go to make myself eligible? Do I have to go to my actual channel and click something? Let me see. I feel like this is probably something I should know how to do. Being that I am a YouTuber, you know, just saying. Okay, so where would I go here? I can join. Let me see when I hit the join button what happens.
Hello, members.
Whoa, shut up. Okay, click the 3 little things here. Learn more about memberships. No. More about perks. No. There's no perks. Let's be real. See, I don't know. I can't figure it out, and I'm a freaking YouTuber. I had to pull up a video to figure out. No, it's above the chat. Okay, above the chat. So now I gotta go into my own live stream here. Hey, shut up! I don't want to listen to you. Manage moderators. Pop out chat. No. Top chat. No. Click on the $sign. Is that it? Super sticker, super chat, membership gifting. No. Oh my gosh, there's a cricket in here. That's the worst. I don't get it. Bob, I don't think you can be eligible on your channel for the free gifts, but I can become a member on my own. Okay, okay. That's fair. I'll go to KG Tropicals. Let's see. KG Tropicals. Does he have gifted subs yet? I would hope so. Do you have to be like in a like an actual live stream? Let me see. $7,500 views on his last live stream. All right. I actually lurked in this one for a little bit. I don't know. I'll have to wait till someone goes live and then see if I can figure it out. I'm not gonna waste not any more time on that. You have to click on the green gift bubbles. The gift bubbles. See, now you just made me curious again. Now I gotta go back and look. The green gift bubbles. I don't know what I don't even know what a green gift bubble is. So, oh, here's someone that's live. Let me click on this one. Okay. Green gift bubbles. Buy your own super chat. No, I don't want to do that. I hate YouTube. Like, why does everything have to be so difficult with YouTube? You should just be able to force memberships on people. Like, what is the big deal? Like, who cares? Anyways, I'm done. I'm over it. So is algebra. Algebra's easy. Like, there's no, like, I don't know. It's like set rules. You have to click the green bubble above chat. I don't have any green bubbles, so I don't know. I'm over it. I'm over it. I have a gold gourami that has to go to the thermometer now. Wait. That has a go at the thermometer now and then. It's yellow, and maybe she doesn't think the same color as her, or just derpy. I mean, she probably doesn't like the thermometer. I don't know why I said she, but he or she is not very fond of that thermometer, I guess. Life with pets. Hey, what's going on? I finally made a live stream, totally off topic. The guitars, do you play? Yep, that's not there for people to look at. That's there for me. Good to see you. I almost said something I shouldn't have said, so I'm just gonna call you Life with Pets. Man, the heat, it's getting to me. It's getting to me. Oh, so you actually have to click on it when they're done at that time, and you have like 5 minutes to click on it? That's stupid. Simply Sierra, Elwin, welcome, or congratulations. Amanda had a honey gourami that would body check my auto sinkless when they were on the glass. Some fish are, that's funny. They're like hognose snakes. They just butt people. Well, good to see your names though. Gotta watch Maverick previews. Maverick, like the movie Maverick. Gotta buy a new tube for my Python. Dovi finally broke it. That's an angry Dovi for sure. Which are all gone now because they've all been given out. There you go. Well, those things don't even pop up for me, so I'm just gonna have to go on like the co-op stream or KG Tropical stream and figure it out whenever they stream next. I don't know when they stream. I don't pay attention. When someone buys the gifts to give and the green box pop up, it says allow gifts underneath. Oh, okay. See, now that was way easier. Why wasn't that just said like 10 minutes ago? Linda, you're a lifesaver. I hope you get gifted one. I wish I could gift you one specifically. But I cannot. If I could super chat you, Linda, I would. Because that was way simpler. Way simpler explanation. But let's see if we get lucky. Okay. Good Lord, it's $25 freaking dollars. All right, let's see what happens. Linda, I'm rooting for you. This is for you. Unholy Orders, what's going on? Christina Alphabet, James. All right, Raul. What? Come on, last one's gotta be Linda. Oh, Patricia. I tried, Linda. I tried. I can't do it again. That's too expensive. What else we got going on? Are we not allowed to call her by her name? I like to apologize if I have in the past. No. I almost just said the S word, all right? That's what I meant when I said I almost said something bad. Hey, it's 90 degrees in this room. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours now. All right. I almost let one slip. Oh, my nitrogen cycle is almost done in my 20-gallon long. I have thought my nitrate test was broken, but it turns out the nitrates were so high that the test solution I tested 5 ppm before solution 2. Wait, what? Your nitrate was so high that it didn't register? Is that what you're saying? Wow. Oh, it's a pop-up. It's at the top now. Okay, so let me click on it. Let me click it. Wait, I gotta go back. Okay, back on my stream. Click it. Nope, I cannot be gifted a membership on my own channel. But I can become a member of my own channel if I pay myself. So make that make sense. Manny says I'm back. I just took a bathroom break. All right. Poor Bob. I am poor. Thanks. Thanks for pointing that out. I appreciate it. Do I ever stream games anymore? No. No, but I was made aware of the Swiss Kebab channel. I kind of forgot about that channel. There's like 400 or 500 subscribers there. So if I ever do stream again, it'll probably be on that channel. Love the background, Bob. Thank you. Thank you. I like it too. It changes weekly, but yeah. And also for the people that have been asking for another outdoor video, it is scheduled. It is in the works. Our next camping trip is officially booked. So maybe in the next month or two, we'll have another camping video for anyone who is interested in our outdoor channel. I feel like without the hard plastic hook, the Python is a flood risk. Like if a kid trips on it while it's filling up and comes out of the tank. I feel like if a kid trips on it, what if it's like there's no slack and a kid trips on it? And then a kid falls and busts his nose. Like, that'd be pretty funny. What are in the boxes behind your right? Those are old, like, NBA Skybox basketball cards. Some Upper Deck. They're all unopened packs. There could be a Michael Jordan rookie card worth $50,000 in there. You never know. It's a mystery. Pretty much when I added the nitrate bottle number 1 to the water, it turned orange. It was like 5 ppm of nitrate. Then it would just change color. The nitrate one is the most unreliable one too. Like if there's any one test where the strips are superior, it is definitely the nitrate. Like I will do the strips over the liquid kit on a nitrate any day. Stream in the woods. Thump. Stream in the woods. There's no internet where I'm going to be at. We've done a live stream before. We've done a campfire live stream when we did have internet. But yeah, there's no signal where we're going. We are going up in the mountains. And I thought some of those were VHSs. There will maybe a time when you see some VHSs on that shelf. If I have to keep removing plants, it's a very good possibility. Because I do actually have a VHS collection. That's probably Amazon. I'm a glamper. Would you hate camping with me? No. Glamping is better than no camping at all. So yeah, absolutely. I would love to go camping with like subscribers, but like I know you're not a psycho killer, but can I say that about everyone in the chat right now? There could be a psycho killer in this chat. Just saying, you never know. Yeah, a kid busting their face is not good. A hose running across the house have a few downsides. I don't know. I think it'd be pretty funny. Maybe that's because I don't have my own kids, though. I wouldn't have to deal with the backlash. VHS are making a comeback 2023. VHS players are expensive. Just saying. If you don't believe me, go on eBay and see how much VHS players are. Really, I thought liquid test kits was always better. No, the liquid nitrate tests are absolutely the worst. They're so unreliable. I would never recommend them. Zen says, I'm not exactly a glamper. There's no hair dryers involved, but I'm getting an electrical site and taking a window unit AC. Wait, are you talking about hotel rooms? I think you're talking about hotel rooms. Ginger Girl with a $5 super chat says, have we all hit the like button? Don't forget, hit the like button. Aiden says, I'm a psycho killer, Bob. The guns are really small. Bears? Small what? The guns for really small bears. All right. Brian says, I'm definitely not. Definitely not. That's my wink face. Definitely not a psycho killer. I bet that was attractive, huh? I saw a gal at a campground this weekend using a cordless curling iron on her campsite. That kind of stuff makes me wonder. Like, what's the point of camping? Camping, like glamping, sure, I get it. But like bringing like your whole bathroom beauty set to a campsite, like what's the need for that? Maybe she's looking for her husband. I don't know. What strips would you recommend for nitrates? I use the Tetra or the co-op test strips. My AK-47 is for thieves and dangerous animals. For some reason, Vanny, I don't think you have an AK-47. Just a hunch. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. I used to have one. I do not anymore. But Aiden says co-op test strips naturally. I'm a ginger. I would not put psycho killing past me, but I have not gone that route yet. Yeah, maybe I'm the psycho killer. You don't know. I've never been caught, so maybe I could be. I have 2 or 3 VHS players and a rewinder to reverse the movies on to the beginning. I would recommend you look up their models on eBay because some of them are selling for stupid amounts of money. Like for VHS, like a few $100s, which to me is a stupid amount of money for a VHS player. When you can find them at like I don't know. What am I trying to say? Goodwill for like $15. EJ says, I legit have an AR-15. Well, you live in Texas, so I would assume, like, seems kind of obvious. Even the nitrate test was acting weird when the nitrates got so high. I think I fixed it with 2 50% water changes. So here's the deal with the nitrate test. Like, you have to get your drops almost precise, which is almost impossible to do. And then you have to shake it for an undetermined amount of time really hard. And a lot of people don't know what that time, like, I think it says on the instructions, like, you must shake this for a long ass time. I think that's literally what it says. So that's my issue. A lot of people, you'll see a lot of people say they have 0 nitrates. Their test kit shows 0 nitrates. And that's why, because they didn't shake it hard enough or long enough or both. That's the only way you get like 0 on those liquid test kits. Or you actually have 0. But usually you're going to have some nitrates. Dave says, I turn on the accept gifts on my iPhone to accept my free gift. Well, there you go. There you go. I found Never Gonna Give You Up on VHS. Now I can rickroll an entire city. There you go. Zen Ginger, always glad to prove me wrong, says, I live in Texas. I own no firearms. It's not a given. Just saying. Well, you must be in Houston then. Are you in Houston? I'm going with stereotypes now. You must be in Houston. Stereotypes are bad. Okay. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. VHSs are so much. It's because it's retro now, right? All that 80s stuff is becoming retro. I set a timer. I put mine in a paint shaker. I go to the local hardware store and say, "Can you put my liquid nitrate test kit in a paint shaker?" And they always look at me funny, but they'll do it. Only VHS I own are Wizard of Oz, the first one, a couple of Bruce Lee movies, Gundam Wong anime, don't even know what that is, and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I have every single John Wayne movie on VHS, and it is glorious. Absolutely glorious. I find the Tetra strips the best. Co-op ones don't show nitrates for me as well. The other readings are okay. Yeah, they had problems with the first batch that went through, I think. But I think that's all cleared up now. I'm pretty sure. So is EJ. Yeah, but see, she met 1. She checked off 1 box, though. You check off 2. Just saying. Little baby me rewinding Thomas in the Tank Engine on VHS. Little did I know I was messing with my college fund. If you didn't rewind it, for sure. Usually the fee for not rewinding was more than the actual fee for renting, which is crazy. But I get it. Like, can you imagine working at a VHS store and having to rewind like 2,000 cassettes that were returned that day? That's insane. Oh, Carlos says, okay, so I want to breed for profit. I have 6 10-gallons stacked on top of each other. What should I breed in them? I'm planning 3 breeding and 3 grow out. So first you need to do your market research, Carlos. I don't know where you are, but if you were in my area, I would only do guppies, endlers, or shrimp, or any combination of the 3, because that's what sells like hotcakes in the Pacific Northwest. I mean, shrimp sell as fast as you can breed them here. Same with, like, maybe not your common guppy, but if you get some rare strains, they're gonna sell here. Then you got to figure out where you're gonna sell them. Are you gonna sell them at your local fish club? Gonna sell them at your local fish store? Figure out what they'll give you for credit, things like that. So whatever is popular in your area, if you don't know, that's when you go to the local fish store and you say, hey, what are some of your most popular selling fish? And whatever they say, you breed that. Granted, if you can, breed them in a 10-gallon tank. Bob, speaking of, you want to come to Houston and go to lunch with EJ and me? We're going to go out to lunch and take our emotional support bettas with us to see what kind of responses we can get. So you're going to be like, what about Bob carrying his goldfish around his neck? Yeah, I'll tell you what. I will commit to that right now. If, let me see. Google Flights. What's your airport in Houston? What's your airport code? I guess I could just type Houston. Okay, we're gonna go with Houston. Isn't there like 100 airports? George Bush. Ugh. Let's see. If someone super chats me $368 right now, I will come to lunch with you. Plus 30%. Plus 30% for the fee. You shake the solution number 2 for 30 seconds. Hit the palm of your hand for a good measure. Then shake the bottle for 1 minute, adding both solutions. I haven't noticed this process being difficult. Compared to ammonia, compared to nitrite, like, should you really be surprised at people to find that difficult in this day and age? Like, with all the warning labels you see everywhere, it should not be surprising. Oh, Regina's in. Bring her emotional support, Oscar. I don't know how you're going to get a 55-gallon tank strung up around your neck on a necklace there, but good luck. How do I put my pothos in the tank and keep them from falling in the water? So this strand right here is like 2 feet long. I would literally just cut that off and put like 1 foot in the water and just hang it over the edge. It's that easy. Nothing fancy. Do they make carrying tank for those? You might need a wheelbarrow. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. I'll make it to Texas one of these days. I can almost guarantee that I'm going to be going to an Aquashella next year. I don't know which one. I haven't decided on which one. I can't make any this year. But I realize it's in Dallas and not Houston. But I mean, that's got to be within a couple hours, right? I don't know how far away Dallas is from Houston. You'll have to let me know. But yeah, I definitely need to make it to Texas one of these days. The Lone Star State. Hey, buddy. Thank you. I have 300 hours in Empire at War. Definitely not the killer. All right. Nerd. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Sorry. What else we got going on here? Little Georgie wanted to play fighter pilot so much they named an airport after him. He was almost the worst. Like, man, almost the worst. 1,000-pound hydraulic cart to push you 55-gallon tank around on. Yeah, it would be right around 1,000 pounds, wouldn't it? It'd be pretty close. Bendy plastic coated wire can be used to wrap around your plants and make a bit of hook. Yeah, you can also just use like the whatever they put around bunches of plant when you buy them in the fish store, whatever that is. He just says, I like you, Bob. I don't like you for a 400 plus lunch. Dang. I do recommend Texas. This Texas Fish Room. Texas Fish Room, I forget, where are you at? Where are you at in Texas? Like, because I would love to come see your warehouse one of these days. A teacup chihuahua? I think she does have a teacup chihuahua, actually. I could be wrong. I get all your dogs mixed up. Hey. See, now here's the thing. This dog is literally breathing in my face, and I can't smell anything. Right? Your breath does not stink at all. I killed a bowl of Cheerios before entering chat. All right. Is there anything I can put... Wait, is there anything I could put anything in the 40, or should I just keep it grow out? You can put a lot of stuff in a 40 gallon. Or this might be a follow-up question that I forgot. Curtis Schindler, there you are, buddy. $1 super chat. Thank you. I would love to see Texas Fish Room's fish room. I don't think you can call it a fish room. It's literally a warehouse. Is Bob's first stream still on his channel? Yes, and you get to sit there and watch me for 6 minutes, not say a word, and look at the camera like a complete idiot. Kind of like what I do now, but at least I talk. And I don't really look at the camera that much. So, there's that. Hi, Dobie. Are you hot? 94 degrees. All right. No, somebody just needs attention. Longview, East Texas, 2 hours east of Dallas, 4 hours north of Houston. So you're like in BFE, Texas. Man. The dog will get plenty of scratches after the stream. He's begging right now, and you cannot reward begging behavior. This might be also something to think about. I'm getting a shipment of black Corys and super red bristlenose. I'm going to breed them in a 20 long, but I'm also more than likely going to get a 40. So, like, both of those are going to be excellent fish to breed. Like, super red bristlenose sell out almost instantly. Everyone loves black. I'm assuming Venezuelan corridors. Dan Leach, is that a serial killer joke? Oh, whoosh. Amy, you might be the only one that caught that. That was right over my head. Dang. Right over my head. I'm very, very disappointed in myself right now. Been driving all day. Just pulled into the hotel for the night. Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that. Maybe he needs to go OUT. Nope, he went OUT right before the stream. So there's a 15-minute break between my members stream and this stream, and that's specifically to take my dogs OUT so they don't need to when I stream. Otherwise, I would just go back to back without a break. Doggo wants to weigh in and talk about favorite fish. I will tell you his favorite fish food. You see this right here? This right here is part of a Rapashi spawn and grow container. And yeah, it was practically brand new. I hadn't even, I opened it and fed some fry, but I hadn't made any of it yet. So there was still a lot in there, and he ate the whole entire thing. So I would say that Rapashi is probably his favorite. And honestly, if I didn't feed him raw food, he would probably have the worst case of diarrhea ever. But he's used to that kind of stuff. Whoa, Zen Ginger, that things was like instantly. Do you have like like some sort of program? That was crazy. Both of those popped up at me at the same time. Ginger Grumble gifted 5 more memberships. That's insane. Thank you so much. Already doled out. Farm and Fish. Wendy, Wyatt. Oh, man. I don't even want to butcher your name. This is why I don't say your name when you make comments. Verily, KC. Very. I'm just gonna call you V. How about that? Dan Leach, the serial killer, gifted a membership. Everybody's a member. You get a membership. You get a membership. Everyone gets a membership. Expensive taste. Yeah. I mean, 3 dogs. My monthly food bill is between. I would say it averages. Doing raw about $300 a month, which is not bad. $100 a month for a dog. That's not bad. She said last time I knew it was coming. Oh, she did. She did. I missed it. Next thing you know, Rapashi releases a dog line. You should try Bass Lear and tell me what it's like. It has over 50% protein and 10% fat. I don't even know where to buy it. Like I've literally never heard of that food until this live stream. Like, I have no idea what it is. All right, let me Google it. I guess I'll have to Google it. Bass Lear fish food. Oops, not fish food. eBay? What, I gotta buy it on eBay? I'm not buying fish food on eBay. That's for sure. Bulk reef supply. Let's see. $12. Wait, is this on Amazon? Let me see if it's on Amazon. It is on Amazon, but not Amazon Prime, so that's a no-go for me. So somebody is paying retail for this Dr. Bass Lear biofish food and then marking it up and then reselling it on Amazon. It's such an easy way to make money. It's ridiculous. And people buy it. KJE Exotics Aquatics, whatever. Let's see. Oops. Let's try this again. All right. Bassler.com, eBay, Aquarius shop with a K. No, I'm not clicking on that one. Oh, here we go. KJE Aquatics. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. It's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. Choose an option. Let's go 150 grams. 1075. Okay. Okay. It doesn't really give you ingredients, does it? It says some of the ingredients. Crude oils and fats, 15%. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I would spend money on it, to be honest. If like I was sent a sample, I would try it, but I don't see me spending money on it, to be honest. That's cheaper than kibble. Cheaper than kibble. I've gotten scuds on eBay, but not sure if I trust packaged food on there. Yeah, I've actually bought lots of live food, isopods, all kinds of crazy stuff on eBay, live foods. But I don't know. We're talking about dry foods. Like, you don't know how long that's been sitting on someone's shelf. Like, maybe they bought it a year ago. Like, they bought, like, a huge supply a year ago, and it's taking them a year to sell it. I don't know. It's weird to me that I don't have a problem buying live food, but I have a problem buying prepared food. But it is. I can't explain it. I've been fighting tapeworm and wasting disease in my fish from LFS. Paracleanse isn't doing the job. What would you do to take care of it? Honestly, like, I'm not a veterinarian. I usually don't answer disease questions. But if the triple med trio doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Like, that's kind of my rule. No matter, for me, like, well, let me correct myself. I will try salt, but if those don't work, then it's up to the fish. I've gotten Scots and VS. I think I saw some of their stuff on Amazon. I'm back. My Wi-Fi turned off. That's cheaper than kibble. What should I give a small type of snail or shrimp to beef up profit? Wait. But should I also put in small type of snail or shrimp to beef up profit? I would get your main fish that you want to breeding before I would worry about adding anything else. I wouldn't do it all at once. I'm considering selling some of my vinegar cultures. I have so much. I mean, I'd buy one. Or if you just want to send me one because you're nice, I'd do it for you. Just saying. Can't win them all, unfortunately. No, I'm just kidding. I don't need them. Yeah, you definitely can't win them all. That's so true. Every time I try live food culturing, it grows out of control. Well, that's because you're an addict. That's pretty typical addict behavior. Not the worst addiction in the world, though. I think it's fun. Live foods, like growing live foods, they almost turn into pets for me. I don't know, like when I got isopods to feed my reptiles, like next thing I know, I have like 20 different species of isopods. Ay. I'm just kidding. I don't need them. I may need them someday, so I might hit you up someday. Right now I have more Daphne than I know what to do with. Like, it's ridiculous. Billions of Daphne. Every single one of my ponds has billions of Daphnias in it. How is Fritz compared to Seachem? I personally like Fritz more than Seachem. My personal opinion, Seachem, a lot of the stuff is pretty watered down. But like, I've tried all of their fertilizers. Not a fan. Yeah, I'm also probably a little biased because of some shenanigans that went on between me and them. So keep that in mind too. Just trying to be honest. There might be some bias. But I really feel like their fertilizers are overpriced and watered down. I've only tried BBS. The rest freaks me out. I tend to break things and... Ooh. I mean... Micro worms, super simple, super easy. Vinegar eels, like nothing is as easy as vinegar eels. It's ridiculous. Talk about just set it and forget it. Like you never have to do anything to vinegar eels. Do isopods survive underwater? Wondering if they will drown like crickets do in a paludarium. So, that's definitely Amazon. I mean, half of the world's population of isopods are saltwater and freshwater, underwater. So, your typical isopods that you're talking about are not going to survive underwater. But there are, between fresh and saltwater, there's about 2,000 species of fully aquatic isopods. There's about 2,000 terrestrial species of isopods. I know the guy actually is sending me the cories and plecos for free. That is my main focus right now, but I want to know what I can put in there without being damaging. Oh, you can breed all kinds of stuff. I mean, almost any live bear you can breed. You just have to be careful. A lot of fish will try to eat like maybe a pleco fry and then figure out like, oh, every time I try to eat this thing, it stabs me in the face. Maybe I shouldn't eat it anymore. So. Like I did shrimp, plecos, and guppies in my breeding for profit tank. Just one tank. I had all three of them. So yeah, you can definitely do it. Just know that your water changes are going to have to be almost daily if you're doing that much breeding of different species in one tank. Zen says, I've actually considered vinegar eels. They feel the most like BBS culture to me. More familiar, I guess. I mean, they're so easy. It's so easy. Favorite dechlorinator, activated carbon. Other than that, Safe, which is a sea chem product. Safe. What kind of small reptile, other kind of animal would you recommend for a small terrarium? Oh my gosh. Okay. Returning. Where was I at here? I saw a reptile question in here somewhere. I even read it, but now I forgot it. Oh, here we go. Brian says, what kind of... Oh, you're going to start again? Really? What kind of small reptile or other kind of animal would you recommend for a small terrarium? Well, really need to know the size of the terrarium. That would help out. Steenfott, can I feed my angelfish live crickets? Possibly. If they'll take them off the top of the surface, then yes, you can. I've fed crickets to all kinds of fish before. $10 says that Bob has a psycho intruder, gets stabbed and eaten off camera. I would welcome it. I would welcome someone to try. Now EJ owes us all $10. I'm literally kind of curious to see if someone could get away with that. It'd be interesting. Anyways, moving on. Is it Bigfoot? It could be. It definitely could be. I got this Aztec death whistle here, and this will scare away anyone. If you've never heard one of these Aztec death whistles, it is bone chilling, absolutely bone chilling. It's a doppelganger. I've been replaced. So yeah, anyways, reptiles, small terrarium. What size? That's going to depend a lot on what you can do. Also, you got to figure out like what biotope do you want, right? Do you want tropical? Do you want desert? Do you want somewhere in between? Dan Leach says morning geckos don't need much space. It's true, but they're also super tiny, and there's a good chance you'll hardly ever see them. So that's why I've never got into morning geckos. But they're very neat. They're super fascinating. A lot of people put them with poison dart frogs. So terrestrial isopods will end up drowning in water. Not like crickets, though. If you've ever done crickets, you know that you could have like a 55-gallon tank and like seriously, like something like this size of a water container, and every single cricket will find that water and drown in it. Isopods can survive surprisingly a long time underwater, usually long enough that they'll find their way out. But crickets have got to be the dumbest freaking animals in the world. The old Aztec death whistle trick. Oh man, if I blew that, oh man, you guys would not be happy. Trust me. I wonder, can I do it? See, if you do it quiet, it doesn't sound that bad at all. But if it's loud, I've gotten a few people. It's so fun to scare people with it. The problem is like I don't know how much to turn my microphone down so it's not gonna blow out your ears. I'm sure there's people with like ear pods in or whatever pods or what, I don't know what they're called, AirPods. See, this is a problem. I kept my windows open so I get a breeze in here because it's stupid hot, and what they're barking at right now are rabbits. Anytime they see a rabbit, they go nuts. When they're outside and see a rabbit, they literally just stand there and stare at it. When they're inside, they want to murder it. I don't get it. You haven't met my youngest female cat. Crickets are the second dumbest animal in the world. I don't think your cat is voluntarily, like, actively looking to commit suicide by drowning. Crickets, I don't even get it. Like, they have 0 brain cells. 0. Thanks, I'll try some isopods. Yeah, I mean, they're super beneficial as well. They are one of the few animals that will actually eat poop. Like, legit. Not like people that buy plecos to eat fish poop and clean their aquariums, but they will actually, I mean, it's obviously not going to be top of their list, but they're pretty incredible little critters. So I would just do research on whatever kind you get, because they like any other animal, all have varying like housing requirements. And some of them actually prefer like dry climates. Some prefer wet climates. Most of them are going to be somewhere in the middle, though. They're dumb and die easily, but they have so many academic gut-loading studies that keep me up at 3 a.m. Well, that's probably true. That's probably true. Have you heard of father fish? Yes. Deep substrate balanced tanks, nutrient-ridden mud with sand cap, lots of plants, very little maintenance. There's multiple different ways. Have you heard of George Farmer? He's exactly the opposite and has gorgeous tanks, right? Many ways to be successful in this hobby. There's no like one way. Aren't there some aquatic isopods? About 2,000 species of aquatic isopods between fresh and saltwater. Of those 2,000, about 1,500 of them are saltwater and about 500 of them are freshwater. If we're splitting hairs. Blow that creepy whistle. Maybe in the next member stream. I don't want to make it. It will make people mad. Is that a Doberman? It is. It is. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. See, he won't do it on command. RB3, what's up? See, now he's going to do it. Now he's going to do it. Come here. Come here. Oh, yeah. Filtration is filtration. Bob mentioned that's review. Yeah, so, you know, people are in and out of streams, got stuff to do. I don't mind at all. I'll answer the same question 100 times in the stream. It doesn't bother me at all. It bothers me if the same person asks the question 100 times and I've answered it like 10 times already. But different people asking the same question doesn't bother me at all. People come and go. You know, stuff happens. Big box store methods are the hardest and most costly. Sure. Flukers just came out with a mealworm diet that alters their calcium to phosphorus ratio of 1:1 in 24 to 48 hours. The thing I don't like about Flukers is, for some reason, it takes forever for them to ship their orders. I don't know what they got going on in their warehouse, but you order crickets from them, you're not going to see them for like a week and a half. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you that right now. At least happens to me every time. I can't even order from them anymore. It just takes too long. We are in the day and age of Amazon Prime, where when I order something today, I expect it to be here between 2 and 6 o'clock today. I'm exaggerating, but there's no excuse to order something and have it take a week and a half. This is my issue with eBay. Like, especially when you're paying for shipping. Like, when I pay $15 for shipping and they don't even ship it priority, like, what are you doing? Like, why would you not? It's the same price regardless. Like, just ship it priority, man. Get it here in 2 days. Why are you shipping it ground? Same price. Pisses me off. End rant. Cutscene. I 3D printed an Aztec death whistle. It sounds pretty gruesome. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Like, nice. Nice. Mother flukers always take forever to ship. It's so annoying. Like, if I order crickets on Monday, I need them to be here by the end of the week. Like, I don't need them to be here next week. One time I ordered them on a Monday and they shipped them on a Friday. I'm like, they don't even deliver on Sunday. Like, that's stupid. Anyways. And that rant, cutscene. It's been real fun. It's been fun, but I have to go. I look forward to see all the new members in the member stream on Monday. Thanks, Ginger Grumble. I appreciate it. Thanks for the 20 gifted subs, I believe. I just looked up the Aztec death whistle sound. That thing sounds like something out of a horror movie. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. I got somebody with it the other day, and they came running out with a gun. And I was like, whoa, it's just me playing a prank on you. Like, it is, I don't even know how to describe it. It's crazy. Their website wouldn't take my order for crickets. Customer service didn't know what to do. Yeah, I mean, this is, I hate to dig on Fluker. I don't really have a problem with Flukers, with their products, outside of their shipping. And how does a company that large get something so simple so wrong? It doesn't make sense to me. Like, you put your order in, have someone go pick the order, and you ship it. And I know it can be done because the co-op does it. If I buy something on a Monday, I get it on Tuesday. They don't have Prime shipping, but they make it happen. Granted, I'm in the same state, but like, if a company the size of the co-op can figure out shipping, why can't these larger companies figure out shipping? Drives me up the freaking wall. So annoying. Yeah. All day. That happens all day. Thank you for the amazing stream. I had a blast. I'll make sure to join the member stream. Yep. Next week, Monday, 3:30 PST is the member, around there. And then, of course, 5 o'clock. We're going to end the stream. The dogs are getting crazy. I need to go do a couple body checks myself. Slam them around a little bit. They clearly want to wrestle, so we're gonna go wrestle. Why, we still got a little bit of light. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for just coming, hanging out, lurking, commenting, gifting, super chatting, mods, of course, subscribers, people that watch the stream in the next couple days or so, weeks. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you all here on Friday. Curtis says co-op orders get to Michigan in 3 days. Like, there's no excuse for it not to. Drives me up the wall. Anyways, I ordered a pair of shoes on eBay. It took almost 2 weeks to get here. Like, from, what was it? Puma? Directly from Puma. That's a pretty big company, and they can't even figure out shipping. Hopefully I'll see you all on Friday for the next stream. Ay.